So this is the article. Essentially, what it's saying is that Ador is now an empty shell. This is just automatically translated into English, so it doesn't always make sense. And that they are actually implementing the strategy that she laid out from the beginning. So they're talking about that, and then they actually included some of messages between Mama Roach and the vice president, the former vice president of Ador. This is the vice president that was accused of sexual harassment, and he also was the one who was devising a plan on how to oust Bang Shiuk and destroy Hybe. So that is what the article is all about. If you are in my Patreon, I posted the translation of this entire article in proper English, and also the translation of all of these text messages. So in here, this is one of the exchanges that they had. Vice Chairman Lee asked how was today's meeting, and this was after Mama Roach met with some people in financial advisor. And then Mama Roach responded, I guess we can meet later if there is any progress. The general consensus is to bring new jeans out. Let's take a closer look at the contract. So they really were trying to examine on how they can actually terminate the contract of new jeans. And that is also why she wanted to become the sole signatory in the renewal of New Jeans's contract. So Dunamo, all of those things. So that's the article. Now, I think the fundamental error everything is that they can't be an empty shell because they still own the IP of New Jeans. So they still own the brand of New Jeans. They are trying to take New Jeans out of Adore, but they're still just attempting to do that right now. They have not succeeded. So unless they are actually saying that New Jeans' IP is worth nothing, which is probably a claim that they don't want to make, then the entire article is wrong. It is still owned by by Adore. The IP of New Jeans still owned by Adore. That means all of the songs of New Jeans will still be owned by Adore, unless of course they buy it. That is the only way they can own it, meaning Min Hee Jin. Sorry, Mama Roach. That's the only way she can own it if she buys it out of Adore. Okay, so what is the alternative for Adore, regardless of whether or not New Jeans will stay with them? One is to rebrand, and honestly, that this is probably the one thing that I will do had I been in the position of Hybe. I will most likely rebrand. I wouldn't want to continue carrying the name that was created with the help of a shaman. Certainly not a name that was created by somebody like Mama Roach. So I will most likely rebrand. I'm going to change the name. I'm going to change the tagline. I'm going to change the structure itself. As of now, they've already changed the structure, meaning they've separated the creatives from the business side of things. So, and that is how the other labels under Hybe are actually structured. So yeah, I would definitely rebrand it. Gin Hit. I would just want to form Gin Hit under Big Hit or its own label altogether. The other thing is that in the rebranding, they can actually experiment with Adore. At this stage, they've got nothing to lose. And we know that the one thing that's really missing in K pop is solo artists. But that is something that is well received internationally. It's very rare for groups to actually become popular in boy bands and girl groups to become popular in the US. But there are a lot of solo artists. So if they want to nurture somebody like solo artists, they can make Adore become the label that nurtures that. Like they will specialize in solo artists. Right now, the biggest solo artist in K-pop would be Lee Moon Young, if you even consider him to be a K-pop artist, and then the other one is IU. All the other solo members would be BTS and then Blackpink members. But there is no solo artist that is homegrown, that is just naturally a solo artist. So this is something that they can do. Another is turn Adore to become Hybe's alternative label. So if they want to nurture bands, hip hop artists, um, dance crew, that can be the label for that. Or if they want to start managing actors, stage actors, Adore can be the home for that. So I kind of like this direction because I feel like one of the ways they can really establish street cred is to have alternative artists, not just K-pop. Um, so those are the things that they can do. I think if if New Jeans actually decides to drag them to court and refuse to work for Hybe, for Adore, they can just drag the case for years and years. And it's not a good, I mean, that's not something I would want on anybody. I don't ever want to spoil the career of anybody else, but at the same time I also don't want to set a precedent. So if New Jeans just refuses to work, the one thing that they can do is just drag the case for years. The other thing is that they can settle the way TVXQ, members of TVXQ, the ones that sued SM, actually settled with SM Entertainment. So in the end, the judge said, okay, you can leave SM Entertainment, but you're going to have to continue paying SM Entertainment until you pay off your debt to the company. You pay off the contract. And so I think they were paying for like 15, 20 years. And it was just recently that they were finally sort of released from the contract altogether, suggesting that they will become another group with a new name. So that is a suggestion. That's a lot of many people mentioned that they will probably just leave, and since Adore owns the IP, the name of New Jeans, they can probably just change their name. That's a possibility, and it's certainly not the first time it's going to happen. Beast rebranded to Highlight, and they were just as popular. For the longest time, Shina actually was not able to use their brand name because someone else owned it until after like I don't know 12 years they finally won the case and they were able to start using the name Shina. But this is not the first time that they will be changing. Vivis is another group. They changed their name. So it won't be the first time, and that's definitely a a possibility. But the thing is that even if they rebrand, they are as individuals still a part of a part of Adore. So they still are under contract with Adore.